Hi everyone! I'm really excited that today we'll be making a woven snowflake using sheet music from Murray Library. So get your strips of paper ready, and you'll need 10 strips for each side of your snowflake. First thing, you need 2 strips that you will fold in half so that you can find the centers of your paper. And now we're going to be creating a 90-degree angle using the 2 strips here and crossing them right in the middles. And so as best you can, create a 90-degree angle. And so after this, we're now going to create a basket weave of over, under, using 5 strips each direction. And so right now I have this strip going on top, so now I need to lay 2 strips on top of that, so like this, so that we begin the over-under pattern. And so you just need enough glue to secure these in place, and just watch the ends of your strips to make sure that they are all lining up at the end to the best of your ability and still creating a 90-degree angle. You can put your strips as close together as you want, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm leaving a little bit of space so that you can see where each strip starts and stops. Okay, so these 2 strips were on top, so I'm now going to flip it over so that I can glue the next 2 strips on top. If you used a lot of glue, you might want to use some paper clips to hold your strips in place, or you can just be patient and wait for the strips to dry. When your essential strips here are in place, you can start weaving. So you might not be able to see, but the outer ones and the middle one are on top right now. So I now need to weave this horizontal strip to be alternating. So the second and 4th strips. All right, so depending on how you glued things, your corners may or may not be glued down. So take this moment to glue down and secure all the edges of your strips. It'll make your snowflake look better at the end if you have all the ends glued down. Now when your first mat is dry, you can grab the 2 corners that are closest to each other and then take the ends and flip them up to create a petal. So hopefully you can see this, that the petal is now pointing away from me, and it is 3-dimensional, raised up, and I'm just going to need to secure this flipped up petal with some glue, and this is where your paper clips will come in handy because it'll want to flip down. So you can glue these however you'd like. I like to go around each corner and do them, but you can do it in any order you'd like. But then when you get the petal, the first petal created, you want to go to the next strips and do the same thing to create a petal with those. So get your glue and your paper clip ready. And this might actually require a little more glue than you think, because they are pretty strong and want to flip down. So now we have 2 petals and 2 paper clips holding everything in place. So let's do another one. Okay, and so when you do all 4, you'll have a flower snowflake thing that looks like this. And we're ready to take off our paper clips and actually put our 2 pieces together. So you need to do this twice so that you have a front of your snowflake and a back of a snowflake, which you will put together. Okay, once you have your 2 halves ready to go, you can combine them like a sandwich, and they're going to just be offset. So you don't want the petals to touch each other. You want the petals to interlock with the petal next to it. So If you can see that sandwich, this petal is going right beside this other petal, so in between the two. And so what you're going to do next is thread the long center strip that we haven't done anything with, and thread it through the petal below it. So the two little petals below it, you're going to thread it through. And you're going to do that 4 times on the top, and then you're going to flip it over and do it 4 times on the bottom. It's really taking shape now, and we just need to secure the snowflake with some glue, and it will nearly be done. If you are not in a gluing mood, this does work. You could, put this on your tree or sit it somewhere. But if you want to tie the ribbon on it and make it really secure, you'll want to put a dab of glue just on the outermost petal for each one and glue it down. So we'll do that 4 times on this side, flip it over, and do it 4 more times for the 8 petals in total. Okay, so the snowflake is dry now. I can remove all of my paper clips, and now we just need to trim up the edges so it looks as beautiful as possible. So I just want to trim off the part where it's not pointy so that I can make that pointy. So you'll have to do it for all 8 corners. We're all done with that. Now we just need to add our ribbon to some place so that we can hang it up. In my case, I'm just going to attach it to this point right here, and I can glue it in the inside. And so let me get some more glue and glue that down, and we'll use a paper clip to hold it in place. Okay, so we are all finished with our woven snowflake. Thanks for joining us for CrafTea today, and Merry Christmas from Murray Library.